What's up, everybody? So this is part 2 of my rant regarding Pokemon, The Legends of Arceus. Um, Initially, when I did the video ranting about the game, I had just got it maybe a day or two earlier. And I was not drawn in. I thought it was pretty boring, and I was very disappointed. And I was even debating on if I wanted to continue playing or not. I had to give myself some time, but then I decided, you know what, let me play just a little bit more to see if my thoughts change on the game. So, in the previous video, I was ranting about you can't swim, you can't do these things. Why is that? Well, you do eventually get Pokemon that will help you along the way. That will help you with, navigating the waters, climbing, tracking, things like that. But I still think that it's silly that your character personally cannot swim and explore. You can't craft scuba gear. You can craft all types of stuff, but you can't craft scuba gear. And also, I don't really care for the whole crafting thing. It's just, it's not my cup of tea. It reminds me too much of Animal Crossing. I don't really care for that. I don't care to craft. The game is tedious. It's tedious. Like, you can clear the missions, right? But then before you can go to the next stage, you have to go up in rank. You got to get those little stupid stars. You got to get those things, right? You got to go up in rank. And the way you do that is by going out there, capturing Pokemon and all that stuff. But that can become repetitive really quick because you got to get a lot of points, and it gets repetitive. It becomes tedious because you got to go out here and then you got to go and get the same Pokemon over and over again, bring it back to the professor. The professor records the data, and then you get points, and you get so many points, and then they tell you got to go back to the commander, and the commander gives you your star. And it's like, why? Why do we have to do this every single time? This is so repetitive. It's ridiculous. And you end up spending a lot of time just doing that. It's like they were trying to stretch a game out longer than necessary because they didn't know what the hell else to add that was of interest. The requests, they're just pointless, stupid requests. You have random people asking you stuff, and that's like a bunch of side missions you can do, and it's just, once again, why? What are we doing here? The mechanics of the game I don't really care for because I feel like you can't shift as fast to your ball or to your Pokemon, and you got to go through a lot of extra steps just to do simple things that you wouldn't have had to do in prior games. I don't like the 3-on-1 element. Where when you're fighting a Pokemon, you have the 3-on-1, 2-on-1, maybe even 4 sometimes. And you have those elements, and it's like they all get their hits in on you, and then you get one. And I'm like, this is so stupid. And I don't know if later on in the game it's possible, but I don't understand, like, if 2 Pokemon or 3 Pokemon is like jumping your character, your Pokemon, why can't you choose to throw out another ball to kind of even the playing field? That just makes no sense to me, that you're one lone Pokemon fighting these Pokemon that are like ganging up on you. That it makes no sense. I don't like that you have to choose when the Pokemon evolve. I just wish that they would just evolve on their own. It's like the Pokemon franchise compared to their previous games. This is one. It's a huge change, but it's not a change for the good. I would have even liked for them to take on the Digimon Cyber Sleuth style and have like a city open world versus a knockoff Breath of the Wild going on. Like, this is just not it. This isn't it. Because it's boring. I mean, you spend a lot of time just just running in the mountains and all of that. It gets boring, and I still can't tell you what the story is about. I really don't care. I really don't care. I honestly just press the button. I still just press the button. I can't tell you anything about this game. I just continue to play and see if it will get better. And it's still not interesting to me. A lot of long, drawn out dialogue. The boss fighting is stupid on here. I know that sounds childish to just say it's stupid, but it really is. I mean, this is the thing that I feel like Pokemon is not understanding. There should be two styles within this game that you can play. One, you can play the classic style of Pokemon if you want to, or you can play this style of Pokemon if you want to. And the classic style of Pokemon is the old style of playing the game. Without the side missions, you have the option of customizing your gaming experience. I wish that they would have allowed that, because it's like the Pokemon franchise doesn't know what to do now. It's like they don't know what to do, and because they don't know what to do, they're just putting stuff out that they will hope will stick. They're just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping that it sticks. And it's like they're losing their identity, because none of this is an obvious Pokemon game, except for the characters. None of it is an obvious Pokemon game. It's kind of reminiscent of other game franchises more than it is of Pokemon. Does that make sense? It's like Pokemon does not have its identity in this. Another thing, I know that they wanted to shine light on the other Pokemon in the series, but I was kind of upset when I realized that your core Pokemon were not going to be in this game. That kind of killed it for me. I mean, I call me basic. I don't care. But I was hoping to come across a Charmander. I was hoping that was going to happen. I would have loved to see that. So I was kind of bummed out when I saw that wasn't happening. And I don't know if Snorlax is in this game or not, but I mean, it would have been cool to see a huge Snorlax laid across a bridge or something in your way. I don't know if he's in this game or not, but I haven't seen him yet. That would have been awesome to see. But the overall story, I can't tell you anything. The game itself is just dry. I haven't played it in a few days. I don't intend to play it anymore, to be honest. It just feels like hollow. It feels like it could have had a lot of potential to be decent, but they wanted to do so much to be like different that they kind of just messed it up. Here's another thing. When people play Pokemon to relax. Casual gamers love it. It's just something to pull out. Like if you have your Switch on you, pull out your backpack, whatever, play, roam, explore. But it shouldn't be a stressful game. And in my opinion, with all of the repetition, the tedious things that they have you do, the boss fights and all of this extra stuff, without, no trainers, no nothing, this way of gaming is somewhat stressful. And usually when we're playing games that are kind of stressful and we get frustrated with that game, we take that cartridge out and we put in Pokemon. We'll play Pokemon. But now Pokemon is the stressful game. It's the frustrating game. Some of these boss fights are just pointless. And it's still throughout this game. I guess this is just what you do. You throw food at them. That's it. That's not changing. That is what it is. So once again, it's very repetitive. And don't get me wrong. Yes, the previous Pokemon games, does it have repetitiveness? Yes, it does, but it had a good story. And it was a relaxed gaming experience. This is not really relaxed. And there were a lot of things going on where in this game it's the same thing. You leave your camp, you go and roam the wild. You can't go any further because you got to stay within that section, so you can't just free roam like you used to be able to on the other Pokemon game. You're in this section and that's it. You can't go any further. And that's kind of I don't like the camera angles in this game. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I don't like about this game. It was very disappointing, and honestly, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. But I feel like this will be one of those games that will be hyped heavily. And I will never understand it. I will never understand it. I've seen people say this is a masterpiece, and to each his own, but I guess I will just never understand how, because I just want a relaxed, casual gameplay experience. I don't want all of this. This is too much for a Pokemon game. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs it up, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.